Hello and welcome to your yoga practice. So just a reminder, if you've got any bricks or straps that you want to be using throughout the practice, you're welcome to use them. I invite you to use props should you need them, and just to have some fun and to not be anywhere where you can't breathe, and to also work safely in your space. So going to start today lying down if you feel comfortable lying down, or staying sitting like where I am right now. Just connecting into your space just for the first moment or two to really become aware of what's going on physically, what's going on mentally for you. Just a reminder that every day is different, and oh yes, my name's Kate. I'm Kate, and every day is different, and that if you need to take a break at any point, you can just take a child's pose, which is this pose here, or come to hero's pose, which is this pose here. So coming into your space, lying down, sitting down, whatever works for you. And maybe just taking some big, deep inhale breaths and letting it all go with that exhale. Nothing forced, just allowing that air to fall in and fall out with the inhale and the exhale breath. So if you're sitting down, just making sure you've got that length in the spine, but you're really feeling rooted and grounded down through the tailbone here. If you're lying down and if you feel any niggles in the lower back, perhaps bend your knees or roll onto one side or the other. Just being conscious of anything that you're carrying with you today that you might want to leave behind on your mat, not take into the rest of your day or your night with you. So just taking a big inhale breath here. Exhale, letting it go. One more big inhale breath here. Exhale, letting it go. And just allowing now the breath to fall in and to fall out completely naturally. Nothing is forced. Just looking to fill all the space of your body with the inhale and the exhale breath. Just being conscious of any anxieties that you might have. Just acknowledging them and letting them go with every exhale that you take. So if you're lying on the floor now, starting to wriggle your fingers and your toes, maybe having a big yawn. And if you're sitting down, you can do the same. So starting to wriggle your fingers, your toes, maybe having a little stretch. If you're lying down, rolling onto one side, your left or your right, and then coming to join us in a seated position. So yawning is a great stress release. Just remember to perhaps not do it in front of friends and family or your meetings and things like that. But here on the mat, you are welcome to yawn as much as you want to. So coming through here now to this seated position. We're just going to start with a little bit of dynamic stretching in towards the spine. So from here, place the hands either side of you. Take an inhale, float the left arm up and over. And as you exhale, take your body weight over towards the right hand side. Inhale here, keep that left shoulder back. Exhale, come back through the center. Just allow that left hand to place on the floor. Inhale, lift the right arm up, reach and extend from the waist. Exhale, taking the body weight over towards that left hand side. Well done, one more on each side. So that right hand comes down. Inhale, floating the left arm up. Exhale, taking the body weight over. Keep spreading the weight evenly into the right hand. Inhale, coming back up. Well done. And then floating that right arm up. Exhaling as you take it over. Really enjoying that stretch. Careful that right shoulder is taking it back. Coming back through to the center here, and then transitioning straight away to your tabletop position. So stacking the shoulders over the wrists and just starting to find that nice neutral spine. So the pelvis is tucked ever so slightly without the round into the back, and the back is not collapsing down through the center. There's no sinking into the shoulder blades. So press into the floor, just slightly round into the shoulder blades, but finding that neutral spine, and then just find that middle ground. Belly zips in. On your inhale, lift the tailbone, lift up through heart center, lift up through the crown of the head into your cow. Careful to not overarch. Exhale, tucking the pelvis, tucking the chin, doming through the upper back. Two more here. Inhale is your cow. Exhale is your cat. Well done. Inhale is your cow. Exhale is your cat. Well done. Coming through to a neutral spine here. Start to shift the weight over towards your left hand side. Now I'm going to mirror you, so don't get confused, but your left hand stays on the floor. And then from here, you're going to extend your left leg long and the right leg just comes back there. So you can open up and extend and lift into a variation of a side plank. Okay, so your left hand is down, just to re-stagger that. Left hand stays down. The left leg moves towards the hand. The right leg extends. It will look like the left hand side to you from this recording, but just make sure that it's your right leg. This is your right leg here that's extended. Reaching up, lifting up, take an inhale. Exhale, bring that right hand down, left knee shifts, so the left foot comes back, right knee comes down to the mat. Take an inhale here, exhale, shift the weight to the left hand side, right hand side, left leg extends, that right shoulder in line with the right wrist, left arm reaches up, and then from here you're lifting up into the hips. The left foot, the outside edge of the foot is pressing down. Look up towards that left hand, or maybe look forwards if that's still too much to the neck. Bring the head down, look at that right hand. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring that left hand down. Just bring that right foot around in line with the hip. Left knee comes in. We're going to do it one more time on each side. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, shift the weight to the left. The left toes come out towards the left hand in line with the left knee. The right leg extends. Plant the foot. Inhale and extend and reach as you exhale with that right arm. Well done. So just lifting the hips, looking up towards the right hand, maybe forwards, maybe down towards the floor. Keep breathing, belly in. Exhale, bring the right hand down. Keep that left foot, bring it back in line with the hip. Right knee comes down, and then shift the weight to the right hand side. That right foot just comes up in line with the knee. Left leg extends. Elevate the hips, lifting up, reaching through the fingertips like you're reaching for the sky. Belly in, looking forwards if you can't, or if it doesn't feel right to look up with the neck, maybe even down. Take one more inhale. Exhale, bring that left hand down, left knee back, and then just take a child's pose here. So just stretching into the back line of the body, remembering this is a resting pose. Take a big inhale breath. Exhale, surrendering down towards the floor. And then inhale, come forwards to your tabletop position, tucking the toes, coming through to your downward facing dog here. So pedaling your heels if you need to. Well, not if you need to, if you'd like to, I should say, sorry. Keeping the belly in, hands in line with the shoulders, just finding a little bit of dynamic lengthening through the back line of the body, looking between the feet or the knees or maybe even the belly button. Just make sure the hands are pressing down evenly into the floor. 2 breaths here. Deep inhale through the nose, find length in the spine. Exhale, maybe elevating those hips. Don't worry if the heels don't touch. Keep the belly in. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, elevating the hips. Well done. And then softening the knees, starting to tiptoe the feet towards the hands, coming into a ragdoll position here. So you can take hold of the elbows and have a little sway side to side. If that doesn't feel good for you, you can just be here, maybe just having a little wriggle into the spine. Just make sure there's no pressure on the knee joints. So wherever you are, you're just hanging low, or you're here, especially if you're working with any back issues, any abdominal recovery, just hanging over the legs. Taking 2 more breaths here. Shaking out any stress from the head and neck that you don't need. Taking 1 more deep inhale. And then exhale, just softening the knees, bending the knees there, rolling up 1 vertebra at a time, coming up to stand or coming up through a flat back if you need to, if you're not good with spine rolls, especially if working any back issues. Come to the top of the mat to stand in Tadasana, mountain pose, super strong pose. Pull those kneecaps up towards the hips. And if you'd like to offer out your practice to someone or something, now is a good time. So taking a deep inhale breath here. Exhale, just let it go. Taking 1 more deep inhale breath here. Exhale, let it go. And then on inhale breath, if your eyes have been closed, just open them softly. Take the arms wide and high to the sky and look up. Exhale with a flat back, forward fold down towards the floor. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, keep the belly in, plant the hands at the right, then the left foot back into your tall plank position. Now, if you need to at any point, keep your knees down. So especially abdominal recovery, lower back tenderness, anything like that, keep the knees down. 1 more breath in here, take an inhale. Exhale, long spine. Inhale. Exhale, lower the knees, shift the weight forwards, bring the chest down between the hands. Keep those elbows in your variation of a chaturanga. Lie completely flat on the floor, and then inhale, scoop the chest in towards your cobra. So the elbows here pinning in and back. Take an inhale, no pressure in the hands. Exhale, press to your child's pose. And then return to your downward facing dog. Well done. Take an inhale here. Exhale, elevating the hips. Inhale, look forward, soften the knees, step the right, then the left foot between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands down by your side, Tadasana. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, flat back, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step the left and then the right foot back. Holding your planks here. Keep the knees down if you need to. Breathing here, 2 breaths. Take a deep inhale, breath through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, breath. Well done. Exhale, take a break whenever you need to, remember. So from here, inhale, lower the knees, and then exhale, bring the chest down between the hands. Keep the elbows in, lie flat, scoop the chest, cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale. And then inhale, soften the knees, look forward, step the left, and then the right foot between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands down by your side, Tadasana. Inhale, deeply bend your knees, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step the right and then the left foot back, holding your plank, knees off or knees down. Now you can have a little watch here or just keep holding your plank and having a watch. So knees, chest, chin is one option with your chaturanga modified press up. Or if you've been practicing a while and you have the strength, you can come down for your full chaturanga. The inhale then becomes your upward facing dog without flinging the head back. Exhale is in your downward facing dog. So don't take that pose, that version of the chaturanga, the press up, if your lower back collapses or your bum has to stay too high. Okay, so if you've been in a plank for ages, well done. Let's just lower the knees, take child's pose wherever you are. Inhale here, reset. Exhale, come back through to your tabletop. That's it. Now keep the knees down or hover the knees if you're going to take full chaturanga. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, lower down through your choice of press up. Inhale, scoots the chest either to the cobra or the chaturanga. And then exhale, the upward facing dog. Exhale is downward facing dog. Breathing here, 2 deep inhale breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Well done. Inhale, soften the knees, look forwards. Step the right foot between the hands, left foot out, 1 inch or 2. Rise up, warrior 1 on your inhale breath. So warrior 1, you're looking to bring that left hip forwards. So have the left foot out as much as you need to give yourself that space. The right knee stays stacked over the right ankle. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down towards the floor. Lift the back heel, runner's lunge. Inhale, press into the floor, step the right foot back. Exhale, lower down through whichever press up option you're taking. Inhale, scooch the chest, up dog or cobra, which is this one. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, staying here. Exhale, elevate those hips. Inhale, well done, find length in the spine. Exhale, elevate the hips, maybe finding length in the legs. 1 more deep inhale, breath here, belly in. Exhale, find that lift. Well done. Inhale, look forwards, soften the knees, step the left foot between the hands, right heel plants down, rise up, warrior 1, inhale. Well done. So again, just come back to the breath. Left knee stacked over that left ankle. Right foot really presses down. Careful, there's no collapsing in the outside edge of the right foot. Take an inhale, go low in the left leg. Exhale, bring the hands down towards the floor. Elevate that back heel. Inhale, press into the floor, step the left foot back. Exhale, lower down through that press up. Inhale, scoops the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Well, I'm staying here for a couple of breaths. So make sure the hands still in line with the shoulders, feet in line with the hips. Maybe a bit wider if you need to. Don't forget to take a break if you need to. Don't worry if the heels don't touch. If you have tight hamstrings, you might still have that bend in the knee. Elevate the hips. Take a big inhale breath here. Exhale. And then inhale, look forwards. Soften the knees. Step the right and then the left foot between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, deeply bend your knees, chair. Exhale, stand tall, Tadasana. Just come back to the breath. 2 breaths here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go. 1 more deep breath in through the nose. Exhale. Well done. Inhale, deeply bend your knees, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, belly in. Exhale, plant the hands, step the left and then the right foot back, lower down through your press up option. Or you can skip and go straight to your downward facing dog. Just use that breath to downward facing dog. Well done. Inhale, soften the knees, step the left foot between the hands. Rise up, warrior 1. 1 breath, 1 movement. Just do what you can. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down towards the floor. Elevate that back heel, step the left foot back. Lower down through your press up. Exhale. Inhale, scoops the chest, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, step the right foot between the hands. Rise up, warrior 1. Just keep doing what you can, remember, no worries. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down towards the floor. Lift that back heel. Inhale, step the right foot back. Exhale, lower down through your press up. Inhale, scoops the chest. Well done. Exhale, downward facing dog. Great job. Staying here for a couple of breaths. So take that child's pose or hero's pose if you need it. Reconnecting back to the ground. Just remembering no self-judgment. Just here, moving, flowing, breathing. Connecting back to the earth. Really spread the fingers wide into the ground. Don't worry if the heels don't touch. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more deep inhale breath here. Exhale. Elevate those hips. Then inhale, soften the knees. Step the left, then the right foot between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Well done. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, deeply bend your knees, chair pose. Exhale, stand tall, Tadasana. Well done. So from here, just jump or step the feet hip distance apart. Inhale, take the arms wide, then high and look up to the sky. Exhale, bring prayer down through heart center, forward folding over the thighs. Now, if you need to here, really bend the legs as much as you need to get the chest onto the thighs. So this will depend on your hamstring mobility. Hams come down in towards the floor. Take your peace fingers and thumbs and wrap them around the big toes into a bind. So from here, take an inhale, soften the knees, long spine. Exhale, you look to forward fold down over those thighs. Now, again, don't force anything here. Keep breathing, softening into the knees. Exhale, lifting the hips. Feet as wide as you need them to be. Now, no forcing it. Maybe you're just staying here, looking to elevate the hips a centimetre, not even that, millimetre at a time. If you have those open hamstrings, you can pull the chest through the thighs. Upper body strength. 1 more deep inhale breath here. Exhale. Inhale, belly zips in. Unclasp those fingers, bend the knees. Coming up through a spine roll or flat back if you need to because of your back. Coming up to stand with that flat back. Well done. Coming to stand now at the top of the space. Take an inhale As you exhale, take a big wide stance out with your right foot, coming into a wide-legged stance. Toes pigeon toe ever so slightly. Interlace the hands behind the back. Press the outside edge of the feet down. Press the palms away. And then as you exhale, forward fold over those thighs. So again, maybe you're coming down to there. Maybe you're going further. Maybe you're staying here today. Maybe you want to have bricks underneath your hands. You're looking for length in the legs and length in the spine. That shoulder stretch, if it doesn't feel good to do it as a forward fold, just stay here standing upright if you want to take that focus into the shoulders. Breathe. Keep pulling those thighs, the kneecaps up towards the hips. Strong in the feet, soft in the face. Take one more deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale, prepares at the belly in. Exhale, those arms guide you back up, or you can use the thighs if you need a little bit of assistance here. Well done. Just bring those feet into hip distance apart. Keep the left foot facing forwards. This one. Turn the right foot to the right. And then just angle that left foot to 45 degrees. I'm mirroring you here, so just don't get too confused. So your right toes are facing forwards. Left foot comes in. Now from here, again, you can either take a prayer now behind your back, if you have that in your practice to do so, or take your elbows. Tight shoulders, a bit like me, take your elbows. Careful you're not sticking your bum back, tuck your pelvis. Keep the legs strong. Take an inhale, find lift. Exhale, forward fold, flat back over the front leg. Now, don't go too far to a point where you feel sharp pain down the right leg. Keep pulling up into the left-hand side. Keep that left hip down. Again, if that doesn't feel good to go deep, you can just stay here or hands on the waist. Even hands down on the floor if that feels more steady for you. 2 more breaths. Inhale, find length. Exhale, soften down. Inhale, find a bit more length. Exhale, surrendering down. Inhale, zip the belly in. Exhale, coming back up to stand. Turn the right toes in, then turn the left toes out. So just swiveling around, variation of pyramid pose. So again, just taking hold of prayer, or maybe swap the elbows if you've been holding the elbows. Careful you're not sticking your bum back. Tuck the pelvis, strong legs. Take an inhale, find lift. Exhale, forward fold over that left leg. Super long as you can in every aspect of your body. So don't lock out the front leg if you've got tight hamstrings. Don't hyperextend. Inhale, find length. Exhale, surrendering down. Remember, finding what's right for you. Maybe it's staying here. Maybe it's hands to the floor for steadiness. Take 2 more breaths. Inhale, find length. Well done. Exhale, find a bit more depth. Belly in. Inhale, find a bit more length. Exhale, find a bit more depth. Inhale, zip the belly in, rising back up on the exhale breath. Great job. Turning towards the top line of your mat, and then come to stand at the top of your space. Take the feet wide of the mat, heels on the mat, toes off. Take an inhale. So your feet are now wide, slightly wider than hip distance, coming down through the middle into a yogi squat. So again, bricks, great if you have them, if you need them, especially knee, hip, ankle restrictions, anything there that you're still working with, just finding somewhere where you can breathe. If this really doesn't work for you, come and do it as a wide child's pose. So the knees come almost wider of the mat, toes can come off, and you can just take your tailbone back through. Okay, otherwise you're staying in your squat. 2 more breaths here. Try to keep the breath as light as you can. Deeply uncomfortable for many of us. Okay, you can prop underneath your heels with a towel if you need to. Take 1 more deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bring those hands down to the floor, and then just bring the knees down one at a time. That's it, bring the knees slightly close together, sit the tailbone back, coming into a child's pose there. And then inhale, reach the arms forwards. Exhale, just softening down. Inhaling, coming forwards to a tabletop. Pop the legs down and extend them both out in front of you. This is where something like a strap can come in handy. So you might not need the strap, but if you do have tight hamstrings or tight hips or spine, this can be really good. So if you have tight hamstrings, you want to try and get those legs flush to the floor, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. You can always prop underneath there. Over time, you're looking to get that length for the feet to connect, to the legs to connect to the ground. Flexing into your ankles, bring the toes up towards your face, feet together to touch, or maybe slightly further apart if you need to. From here, find length and lift up through the spine. As you exhale, forward fold over those thighs. Now, this is where the straps can come in handy, and you can replicate this for any pose that requires lengthening through the back line of the body, where you might be using your arms or your hands to help you increase that stretch. So this over time will help you get to this, even to that. But for now, especially if you're working with any hip, ankle, front line restrictions, this can help you get the stretch without collapsing. So inhale, finding that lift. Exhale, just hinging here, bringing the chest forward. So just keep thinking chest rather than forehead. So you want to keep length in the spine. 3 more breaths. Inhale, find length. Exhale, find a bit more depth. 2 more. Inhale, find length. You keep working. Exhale, finding depth. Remember, it's your practice. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Inhale, find length. Exhale, find a bit more depth. You might be lower than I am. Maybe you're not as low at all. Doesn't matter. Take 1 more inhale. Exhale, using those hands if you're forward folding here to walk yourself back in. Well done. Just removing that strap if you don't need it. Bending the right knee, placing the sole of the right foot to the inside edge of the left thigh. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, forward folding over that left leg. Again, this is where the strap can come in handy. Now, if you've got any issues with your knees, just take that foot slightly further away. Forward folding here over that left thigh. Again, maybe feeling it now in the hips. Don't worry about the depth. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. You might even have a bind around your your feet with your hands. Okay, wherever you are, you're just looking to keep the integrity of the spine. 1 more deep inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bringing those hands back in towards your body, lengthening out the right leg, bringing the left foot now, sole of the feet, either to the calf or the inside of the thigh. Inhale, find length and lift up through the spine. Exhale, forward fold over that right leg. Again, careful you're not just reaching to try and get to where you think it looks good to go to. Don't worry about what your body might have been able to do. We're just here with where you are right now. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, forward folding. So again, just stay to where you're comfortable, especially if you're working with anything down the front line of the body. Don't force it. Just keep that space open if you need to, no problem. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, just surrendering down. Inhale, well done. Exhale. Belly in. Inhale. Exhale, walking those hands back towards you. Just pop that strap away because we finished with it. If you don't need it, get out of the space. And then just shuffling the tailbone forwards, bending the knee. Inhaling, finding your arms, reaching them forwards. And then exhaling, rolling down as slowly as you can, 1 vertebra at a time towards the mat. Or using your elbows here to assist you, especially if you're working with any abdominal recovery. Taking the hands out in line with the shoulders, bring the knees up in line with the hips. Now, if you don't have space in your cactus the arms, so bend the elbows. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bring the knees to the right, looking towards your left hands. The knees to the right, looking to the left. Now, if spine twists don't work for you, keep looking towards the right-hand side, towards the knees. If you're okay with the twist, look towards your left. Otherwise, keep looking forwards. You can even keep that top hand on that left thigh if it doesn't work for you. Just find where's comfortable. Take an inhale. Exhale, zip the belly in, bring the knees through the center. Take the knees to the left and look to your right unless you're not working with spine twists. So if you have any lower back tenderness, you might want to just take the knees further away. Likewise, any pregnancy, anything like that, just keep that right hand resting on towards the hip. Breathing here, inhale. Exhale, just let it go. Otherwise, you're looking towards that right-hand side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bring the belly button to spine, bring the knees back through the center. Don't worry if you've rolled off your mat a bit. Hug the knees in, just give yourself a little release there, in towards the back. Place the feet flat on the floor, take an inhale breath. Exhale, press through the feet, lifting up into those hips, coming into that bridge pose. Belly is still strong here, and then keep squeezing into the glutes or just pressing into the floor and activating into the glutes. Hands can rest on the mat or interlace the palms. Face is soft. 2 more breaths. Inhale here. Exhale, maybe lifting the hips. 1 more deep inhale breath. Keep pressing into the floor. Exhale, maybe elevating a little further. Inhale. Exhale, rolling down slowly with control. Just windscreen wiper those legs side to side. And then coming to lie completely, completely flat on your back in Shavasana. If you don't like lying on your back, just come to lie on your side or come to a seated position. So I'm going to stay seated today, but it's completely up to you what works best for you. Either lying down or sitting down in your space. Closing your eyes if you feel comfortable too. Just allowing the ground now to completely take away that effort. Any remaining stress or tension, just let the ground absorb it all. Taking a deep inhale breath here. Exhale, just let it go. Well done. Deep inhale breath. Exhale. Pardon me, just 1 more deep inhale breath here. Exhale, let it go. So anything that's bubbling up for you, any stress or tension about your day ahead, just acknowledge it and let it go. Any stress or tension from the day you've had, acknowledge it. It's gone. It's done. Focusing in on the thoughts that will help, the positive ones, the ones of gratitude, maybe even just counting your breath here in the space if that helps keep you focused. Just releasing any tension, being aware of any areas that you might still be holding on to any tension, taking 2 final breaths here. Deep inhale through the nose, exhale, let it go. 1 more deep inhale through the nose, exhale, let it go. And if you're lying down in your space, starting to wriggle your fingers and your toes, finding that length in the body, rolling onto your left or your right side. If you're already lying on your right or left side, just press yourself up now to a seated position. And wherever you are, just coming to find that comfortable seat, cross-legged, finding length in the spine, just that softness in the face. Taking 3 last final breaths here. Take a deep inhale breath through the nose. Exhale, just let it go. Well done. 2 more breaths. Deep inhale through the nose. Remembering it's a huge achievement even to be here. Exhale, just let it go. 1 more deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, let it go. And then inhale, just reaching the arms wide and high, looking up, taking a prayer down through heart center, just acknowledging your practice in whatever way works for you. From me to you, thank you so much for getting here today. Well done. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Namaste. And I'm sure I will see you soon.